Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you are new. For every GameStop shareholder, I want to talk about what is about to possibly happen coming into the week. I kind of broke down what the likely scenario is without bias, and I am very glad that I held my call options over the weekend for the high risk play, and I'll explain why. I want to talk about what short sellers would possibly do and what I would do if I was in their position, and how this will affect the stock price. Will we have a short squeeze? Hopefully, I'll try to keep this video under 10 minutes, but you are going to want to watch it all the way through. First things first, all I ask, like the video, it's free, and subscribe to the channel, that is also free. If you want to go beyond that, it's also free. Drop a comment to engage the algorithm and push this video out to more GameStop and AMC shareholders, as well as any shareholders who are trading momentum or whatever it may be. GameStop closed Friday 26.42, up 4.5%. With a beautiful chart, we have been overlaying this cycle period, in which case GameStop should be net on its run up right here. Okay, on its run up. Now, if I were a short seller, or the likely dynamics that is to happen is long bias into October 2nd. October 2nd being Thursday of this upcoming trading week. I'll explain why in a second. Flat or reduce risk on that Friday, October 3rd, or all the way into October 7th, so coming into the week after. And then I would look for re-entering my short position after October 7th, right? Or some sort of hedge strategy after October 7th instead of just re-entering my short position. Now, into Thursday, October 2nd, which is the last day you can buy warrants. Actually, as a record shareholder of October 3rd, this might change the dynamic up where we actually have this full week for a possible squeeze, even Friday, right? Just to make sure that that timeline is accurate. Because Friday, the close of Friday, is October 3rd, in which case, if you're a record shareholder of that date, that is a date, I believe, where you are good. Now, borrowing will tighten up. Lenders will recall shares coming into this week. In fact, they probably already have a date for that. And there will be increased borrow fees, etc., etc. Increased margin, increased collateral risk, all that stuff. And that is likely on a set date by these brokers, and a chunk of shorts will likely reduce their short positions in order to avoid forced recalls, if that is going to be the case, but B, C, D, higher borrow fees, increased collateral, which means they have to put other positions up for collateral somewhere and take on large risk. And 3, the most important one, deliver warrants to shareholders, aka pay for these warrants. So net buying pressure, there's a very bias on long instead of short coming into this week for GameStop in particular. And possibly a jump in implied volatility. Why a jump in implied volatility? Well, the other strategy, if the short sellers don't end up going long bias and they end up fighting this momentum, they will try to hedge in the options chain. And in fact, even into the following week, so Friday, they will also try to do that. So we have momentum already built. Okay, so we have this momentum already built right here, and there will be more momentum fighting this week for upside. That is what we know. If they want to release that pressure, we will go vertical this week, and that is the most likely scenario. If they want to attempt to hedge against it, possibly pay out the warrants and just hedge with going long calls or something along the lines of that, then we see IV spike. Now, both of these are good for shareholders. Even if they try to fight this, what has to happen is they still kind of want it to go up, right? There's really not a scenario where they get out of this with their hands clean. I'll say that right now. And if you're a shareholder or a call option holder, the premium you're going to already make up for all the volatility coming into this week is going to likely pay you out nicely. Not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but I see IV spiking and people flooding into this play. That is what I see over the horizon. We also see, alongside this perfect technical setup on the cycle, we see the Bollinger Bands recently came out of this contraction phase right here that we've seen from the flat trading right into this expansion phase. We also got a little bit of a cool off from the Bollinger Bands, which preps us for another quick move up. Before even pressing these Bollinger Bands, probably at that 28.45, which is this gap fill level, which I see hopefully us getting there overnight Monday. We also have a high possibility of, this is just completely separate, of some sort of catalyst dropping or roaring kitty posting or something along the lines of that, just based on the way the charts are lining up. And I'll put that out there right now. Coming into Monday, overnight trading, I wouldn't be surprised if we got some sort of catalyst. Now, there is speculation that GameStop will be a part of the TikTok deal. I don't know how much merit you want to put into that. There's also speculation that maybe Roaring Kitty will post. Don't know how much merit you want to put into that. But even if both of those don't happen, we don't really need a catalyst. The catalyst is that if you're a short seller, you're getting fist fucked coming into the week, and that's really all you need to know. On top of that, all of these cycle patterns, when they start, we have had major rallies every single time, and now we are on the verge of the beginning of that. So overall, all of that beautiful with the chart. There is a very, very hard bias for long bias coming into the week. Japan's 10-year bond yield hit the highest level since the global financial crisis, above 1.65%, which puts pressure on those swaps that they're using to short GameStop as well as AMC. Now, thousands of people line up outside GameStop stores for a massive trading card release day. Here's a picture right here. This is just good for GameStop fundamentally. Here is another picture where you can see the line down the entire block, and then this mall flooded as well. All of this very good for the company fundamentally, and I think people are underestimating very much so the transformation that the company's having. Alongside sitting on all this cash, the power packs was such a smart move, and they have probably made more revenue than we could ever expect, or they will be making that more revenue more than we can ever expect. And coming into the Q4 earnings, it's probably going to be absurd. I would be very surprised if GameStop is even trading near 26 come mid-December on that earnings announcement date. AMC chart still building up, primed right here, still very low. We want to see volume like we got September 19th, but we want to see even higher volume like we got May 27th, and even higher volume like we got May of 2024. Ultimately, main key driver for AMC is you want to watch for a volume spike. I think we need that, but I think we do still get the sympathy move alongside GameStop. In fact, it's not just AMC and GameStop. The basket plays are doing well on top of those. I think AMC and GameStop are lagging behind, if anything, but BlackBerry began its move on Friday as well, up 7%. It had earnings Thursday and was up prior on earnings. A lot of people in the Discord made some money on BlackBerry, up 20% the last 2 trading days. But since September 10th, the stock has been up a total of almost 40%. And since we bottomed out August 20th, the stock has also been up a little over 40%. Is this going to be the high for BlackBerry? Are we going to break out? Is cost going to follow? Tillray, Sundial, right? What are we going to see? Ultimately, not a single one of these plays has the dynamic that GameStop has, and that's why this is the main bullish one right here, and that is what we are watching. Long story short, I want to drop a little bit of something at the end of the video just for fun, and if you guys haven't seen it, EA on Friday has gapped up way higher. Okay, this gapped up like 16-17%, and just before the announcement that they dropped, which is that they are going to go private, somebody's buying them out, I believe, there was EA calls, $180 calls expiring literally next week on October 3rd, and they were early volume at around 37 cents a contract, and they sold for nearly 15 bucks a contract. So off of 30,000, some traders made $1.2 million in less than a couple hours. Somebody always knows what is happening, which is just very, very interesting. And just to put that into perspective, I'm not saying this to hold any merit, and I actually forgot to put it in the video, but there was a dark pool order on Friday of 5 million, and it was the only dark pool order for that day. Not sure what's going on there, but we can only guess, right? Overall, guys, I hope you all are enjoying your weekend. Happy Saturday. We have another day. Take Sunday to relax, and tomorrow I have a very exciting video for you as well. So make sure to have post notifications on, because there's a lot going on that is going to affect A, the SPY, but B, crypto. And coming into Q4, this is probably the most exciting time, whether it's euphoria or fear. And we're going to kind of talk about the basis of that tomorrow and the news that we are getting. Make sure to be in my Discord. It's the top link in the description of the video always, because that is the most important spot to send you guys to, where we talk stocks and crypto all day long. I post my trades as soon as I take them. If you join the Discord, and you ask questions in there to learn, you will learn a lot, and you will also, if you have the patience, make money, in my opinion. Not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, and there's no guarantees, but you will also make money. I have plenty of people DM me and say that this is the best Discord server they've ever been in, because it's raw and authentic, and there's not too much to clutter your mind with. A lot of Discord servers, they have way too many channels, way too many people talking about who knows what, but just get in mind where we have few alerts that are very, very beneficial, as well as trades I post and trade setups that I post in there, and best vibes, best people, some amazing traders in there as well. The second link in the description is for my custom indicator that you can add to your TradingView chart. Try it out this week. Try it out over the weekend. You can get it for 7 days for free. It detects patterns and forecasts what the stock might do, and you can adjust the time frames for what it analyzes and what it forecasts, and you can adjust the time frames for its pattern detection for micro, macro, and medium term, all that good stuff. And there, of course, is other links under the video if you guys do want to check them out. That is it. Make sure to follow me over on X. That link is in the description as well. We are sitting at 3,300 followers. And for YouTube, we are at 33.4K subs. I believe we can get to 40 off of just one video if you guys actually press that button. That is it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and tune in tomorrow. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.